Hi everyone, I hope you've had a great weekend, and I apologize for being a little late getting stuff up for week 6. We are closing in on the end of our class. There are assignments this week. Next week, your entire content is to go ahead and develop your 1 week of content in our Sandbox site. Many of you have already started that, and some of you may even be finished. So we have this week to get through, and then that activity, and you'll be done. So I thank you very much for your participation. I want to tell you a little bit about what is available for you. So I want you to look carefully back at the Turnitin assignment. Remember, you are looking at that as a student. There are 2 parts. So there was a draft, and then there was the final. Most of you did both. Some of you chose not to, and that's okay. In the draft assignments, I gave examples of several of the auto citation type marking comments that are available through Turnitin. I put in at least 1 direct comment in the text of the document. I put an overall comment so you can see how that would display, and I also made a voice comment just so you could see what that's like. That assignment actually had a rubric attached to it also. One of the criterion I left blank, so everybody got 100 on that criterion because I didn't quite set it up right. But I want you to see what a rubric looks like in Turnitin and be able to look. I did give everyone that turned it in 10 out of 10 points, both for the draft and for the final. Again, the points are less important in this professional development course, as what we're looking for is, are you participating and just seeing the different types of activities that we're making available to you so that you can choose what's appropriate for your class and your content. It is not expected that you try to implement all of the things we've displayed, but I think it's important for you to at least see them in order to make the best decision about what can help you present your material to your students. So be sure and check out the Turnitin comment. Be sure and look at the responses in the advanced forum, which was on course formats. I made a private reply to each of you that posted there, and you have to look a little at the screen to see, but it will say private reply, and it's just to demonstrate that that forum type allows you to have private conversations with students or private feedback for them, whereas our current standard forum, the little icon that's just the green square, does not allow for private forums. If you post anything for a student there, everyone in the class or everyone in that group can see it. So I do want to talk a little bit just for a second about how our classes are going, because I was really fascinated by some of your comments on course formats, in particular the comment about allowing students to mix different links. And I don't know if I cited what our institutional research director has found or not, but we're fairly new to these 7-week courses. We've been doing them since fall of 2015. And what we're finding in looking at the data is that students, there's really not a difference, statistically significant difference in students taking any of the different formats. If they're taking face-to-face, if they're taking online, if they're taking some face-to-face and some online. Where there is a significant difference is if they are taking all online classes but mixing the lengths of those online classes. And it's a little difficult right now to figure out why, but I suspect in talking to students and in kind of looking at things is that their deadlines sneak up on them, and we don't yet have a really good way to enforce them using good time management skills to keep up with the various drop dates, withdrawal dates, assignment due dates, all of that kind of information. Much of that's available in Moodle. I just don't think students know how to use all of that yet. So we're continuing to look at that. A couple of other comments some of you made that I want to kind of help you understand where we're going. So in order for LSUA to remain a viable school, and we've had tremendous enrollment growth in the last couple of years and certainly hope to continue that. But to get to a really fiscally stable point, which is where we want to be, we need 5,000 students bottom line. We've got to get there. We're at 3,200, 3,400 right now. So we have a ways to go. One of the ways that we will do that is through online programs. And we have a vendor that we're working with that's helping us market and recruit, and that's Academic Partnerships. And then we have a vendor we're working with that helps us with the actual teaching part of it, in that we're basically hiring teaching assistants, if you will, and the company is called Instructional Connections. Lorinda is actually one of those. Mark DuPont has done that with them. We actually have a couple of faculty that teach for us as adjuncts and also do that for other classes. And so we're trying to expand those models. But what I want you to know is we have some classes that are averaging, 22, 25 in a class. That's really pretty manageable. But where we hope to go and where some of our classes are, we have history classes, psychology classes, and fine arts classes running over 150 in a class. And that is far more than one instructor can manage alone and give prompt feedback in a way that the student feels connected and engaged, and in a way that is manageable so the faculty member is not actually burning out or kicking their dog or yelling at their kids or spouse or those kinds of things. So if you are teaching online for us, know that we are very much supporting and promoting learning and working with using these academic assistants. These folks are fully mastered, prepared, SACS, COC qualified individuals, many who have taught before, who are willing to work under the faculty member, following their guidance and direction as to how they want their course presented and graded. It is the faculty member's course. It is the faculty member's content. The faculty member sets up how the rubrics or however the assignments are going to be done. But the advantage is it extends your capacity to reach those students and give them feedback in a timely manner. And so for Instructional Connections, my understanding is they are expected to answer student direct inquiries within 24 hours, and any graded assignments have that grade turned around to that student in 72 hours. So either feedback if it's a draft revision kind of assignment, or an actual grade if it's a quiz, exam, essay, discussion, something like that. So the faculty member and the academic assistant certainly do work together on that. We call them academic assistants. The company actually calls them academic coaches, but we launched that process at the same time we did athletics. And I think I've mentioned this before, but I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page. And I encourage you to consider requesting an Instructional Connections and academic assistant if you're teaching an online course and you're going to have more than 20 students. The limit is kind of set at 30 right now. We have permission to do it for as few as 15. My goal is to give you the experience of working with these folks when the numbers are a little bit low, so that your first experience working with others on your course is not when you have 150 in the first class. So that becomes much more challenging. So if you can get to know these folks and work with them, we're trying to set up sort of partnerships or relationships so that the same individual can work with you on multiple classes. What we've found over time is that it's a little awkward at first, especially if you've not had any help. Many of our faculty never taught at a school where they had teaching assistants or grad assistants, and they're so used to doing it themselves that very, very much of that grading stuff is done in between these 2 points, and it's hard to articulate what it is you're looking for and to get someone else to do that with you. So we have several strategies that we use to try to make that process workable and to try to help you get accustomed to it and take full advantage of it without it being more work for you. It is actually designed to help you, not take more of your time, and it's designed to help the students get more direct feedback. So just wanted to point out those. This is week 6, as I said. This week is on communication. You do have a few readings, a discussion, and then an essay quiz. Again, all of the stuff is open book. The quiz is not a right or wrong answer. It's more about how will you address a particular case study scenario? How would you handle that group project type assignment? So I wish you luck. I believe I'm caught up on grading. So if I've missed anything that you've done, if you don't have the points either for your discussions or for any assignments that you've done, please email me and let me know, or reach out to me. And I've given the Moodle certificates, I believe, to everyone that completed. And if I missed someone that actually completed Moodle 101 and 102, you're getting individual certificates like this for doing those courses, because we're trying to make sure that you can include those in your faculty development plans and the things that you might be keeping track of for promotion and tenure. So let me know if I've missed any of that, and please don't hesitate to call if you need anything this week, and good luck to you.